Alright, y'all. Let me bring you up to speed. I am headed to the gym now. Thank goodness. I'm so excited to go train. We're gonna do legs. I'm gonna go do legs. Crystal's gonna do legs tonight. This is the longest I've gone without doing legs, and wow, it's getting like super foggy. Sorry about that, y'all. By the way, that's a huge oven. It's not my oven. I don't look trashy like that. So yeah, we're gonna go train legs right now, head to the gym, and then we got a full day ahead of us. So before I totally fog out, let's go crash some squats. Alright, y'all, working in the books, crushed some legs. I went up in weight this week on squats, so I started at a higher weight for 5, and then I went up to a higher weight for 5, and then I dropped it back down to a higher weight for 5. So progressing each week. I kind of explained the protocol in the first video with the training series, so that's what we got going on now. I'm about to take a shower and get clean. Alright, y'all, in the warehouse now. Today is like the day after we launch all the bricks, so all the racks are pretty empty. We can now kind of go through and do inventory. So that's what I'm doing right now, going through and doing inventory, just kind of bring up to speed on what has happened today. I had a bunch of client calls, checked in with my clients. I've got a podcast that I'm recording tonight, and just a bunch of other like calls and whatnot. But right now I'm doing inventory of all the brick supplies and ingredients so that I can order more, which is where seemingly all the money goes. Alright, y'all, I haven't gotten hardly any footage today. I'm about to go to Lowe's with my brother Chris, get some stuff, and we'll probably do like a real quick, simple vlog clip about him talking about something crazy. I'm working on the relationship pillar of the 6x6 series right now. This is my longtime friend here. So we're gonna go to Lowe's, get some more shipping racks, call it good. Alright, y'all, so like I alluded to earlier, I'm working on the relationship portion of my 6x6 pillar. Kris Jones here has been my best friend since 11th grade. 11th grade. And we've been just best friends forever. He doesn't know where his last pass is going to take him, though. So we're going to pull out the whiteboards. We're going to see what he's got going on. We used to be drinking buddies back in the day. I don't drink anymore. He does intermittent fasting. He's been working out consistently for, 2.5 months now?
2 months, 1 week.
2 months and 1 week. And we got some soul searching going on. So this vlog is going to be really weird. Like, it's not really much of a vlog at all, but spending most of my time with him. But we're going to pull out the whiteboard, put some ideas on paper, see what sticks. We've been watching David Goggins videos on YouTube right now. If you don't know who David Goggins is, check him out. Like, you watch 10 minutes of him and you're just like fired up to go run 200 miles. That's about right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do some soul searching. Pull up the whiteboard and see what we come up with.
All right, guys, what's up? My name's Kris Jones, and I'm gonna introduce myself real quick. So basically, me and Robert have been friends since we were in 11th grade. And let me preface this whole introduction thing is I don't do video logs. I don't stare into a blank camera and talk about myself. So this makes me really uncomfortable. So it doesn't just flow naturally. So just gonna throw that out there real quick. But basically, me and Robert have been friends since 11th grade. I met him through a girl I was dating at the time. They were best friends, and then it ended up we became best friends. Kind of ironic. I no longer am friends with her. Typical ex situation, right? So when we were younger, it's funny because when me and Robert's relationship, his dream was to graduate from college and go live in Alaska for a year with nothing but a loincloth and a hatchet. And I remember him specifically telling my grandma this, and she was like, "Wow, your friend Robert's nuts." And Robert's like, "Well, what do you want to do after college?" It's like, "F that, dude. Live in Alaska. We're going to become billionaires." So fast forward in time, I joined the military, which is pretty much like living in Alaska. And he goes off to become super successful businessman that owns Keto Savage. And now I'm staring into his camera in his office and making this video. So I think we're going to dive into a little bit about my life. I'm currently not super happy of where I am. I'm kind of questioning some of my decisions, past decisions, current decisions, future decisions. I'm trying to figure all that out. So hopefully we can dive into that together.
All right, so I'm about to turn Kris loose on the whiteboard here. Before I had a clue what I was going to do with my life, my uncle did the same thing to me. He put me in the office, gave me a marker and a whiteboard, and was like, "All right, I want you to go to town, write out the things that you have, passions for, the things that you have skills in, try to like interlink them all together, have like a goal, a timeline, and just kind of throw stuff on the wall, take a picture of it, and reflect on it, and see what kind of manifests from that." So, Kris, here's the marker. Get to town, brother. What we got going on here, man?
All right, we're going to have a recap of everything. So I'll give you a quick little breakdown. So the theme, kind of what we're going for, was consistency. And what we mean by consistency is we're going over what things I'm not consistent at. So we wrote down a bunch of stuff, but probably the main thing that we're focusing on here is the negatives list, which I put for a couple of examples like lazy, emotional, work ethic, consistency, focus, self-control, academic intelligence, instant gratification. Some people that know me, like I've made my bed every single day for 354 days without fail. So some people might look at me like, "What are you talking about? You're not lazy. You made your bed for 354 days. Who the hell does that? You're not lazy." But me and Robert watched a YouTube video earlier on David Goggins, and he says, like, the only person you can't fool is when you look in the mirror, you can't fool yourself. So yeah, that one tiny aspect of my life, I might not be lazy, but I know every single other area that I am lazy. So basically, that's what we broke down tonight, and we dove into all those dark areas, like, oh man, I'm lazy in this area, and I'm lazy in this area. And we pretty much came up with a strategy how to attack each one of those different areas of my life that I need to improve. We set up a goal, we set up a game plan that by the end of my school semester I'm in right now, after attacking those and working on each of those individual areas, we're going to reassess and see how things feel. And I'm hoping that we're going to have big results from it.
I like it, man. I like it. Any other, tell us about the illustration, man. What's the illustration going on here?
So we have two types of illustrations. We got a bird's eye view. So basically this box is, we call it the farmhouse, or the goal that we're trying to get to. This is me eliminating all the negatives that I have. And we're talking about we're starting here. There's two different types of path in life. You got the long way around, goes around the outside and gets to your goal, or you go straight to the middle. And me and Robert talked about how this is the ideal situation everyone wants to do in life. And they're like, "Oh, I just want to cut straight through everything." But Robert broke it down, which was awesome. And he's like, "This is a bird's eye view. How often in life do you get a bird's eye view? You never do." So we moved over here to this illustration. You have a line. You start here, you end here. This is the end goal. And as long as you're moving in the right direction, but you might move in the right direction and you fall a little bit, and you learn from your mistakes, and you keep moving up, and you keep moving up, and you're going in the right direction, but then you fall a little bit again, and so on and so on. But you keep moving in the right direction. As long as you're progressive in the things that you're trying to do and you're learning along the way, it's not a waste of time. So that through all this and writing this down on the board, I've been able to self-reflect, self-diagnose, put together a game plan that hopefully will make me more successful in the end. And I think truly, as long as you're working towards an end goal that is a progressive goal, you won't fail. So
I love it. I love it. Well, good luck, man. All right, y'all. So that obviously was a little bit of a different vlog, but it pertains to this series because, like I mentioned earlier, in the 6x6 series, one of those main pillars is relationships. You know, family and friends. I need to like work and put forth effort to improve those relationships. And Kris has been in my life for a long time, and he's always been there for me. He's made mistakes. I've made mistakes, but we've been there for each other. And we have taken very different paths in life, but I'm always going to love him. He's always my brother, and I want to do everything I can to support him in any way I can. So simply having him over here and kind of like putting some thoughts on paper, expressing some ideas, listening to him talk, just kind of feeling things out. I mean, being there for somebody is the best you can do as a person. I mean, that's what it really boils down to. And I care about him. I want the best for him. So there's anything I could do if I can kind of like catapult him to just simply get to thinking about things differently, you know, by giving him just simply a platform of, hey, write this stuff on a piece of paper, and it's take a moment and reflect and think about it. You know, maybe that can spark something in him and he see things a little bit differently and then act upon those things. So I wish nothing but the best for him. I hope nothing but the best for him. Anything I could do, I'm all for it. So that's all I got to say about that. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Maybe get your wheels turning a little bit. And right now, I'll catch you all later because that concludes this vlog. I'll see you tomorrow.